Alright guys, so let's just get into a quick performance of this trick. So before we begin, I'm going to ask the spectator to cut about 1/4 of the packet over, just anywhere they want. Would be fine. Let's just say they cut to about here. I'm going to ask them to flip over the packet they cut to and then put it on top, just like this. And now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spread through the cards you cut until I see the card that you cut to right over here, all right? And I'm gonna place it down right over there and set the cards aside for now. And with the rest of the pack, I'm gonna instruct them to do the exact same thing again, but this time cut about 1/3 of the remaining cards. So let's just say they cut to about this much, doesn't really matter. I'm gonna flip over again and then set it on top. And then the same process. I'm going to go through the cards until I see the card that they've cut to, and then drop the rest of the cards. And with the final little packet, I'm going to ask them to cut about half. It doesn't really matter. Say about this much. And then flip over, set it on top, and then let's go ahead and find the card that they've cut to. And now, for this trick to work, I'm going to instruct them to cut the cards one more time just to give the spell. Make the spell happen just like that. And watch the magic. The 3 cards you randomly cut to, there was no way I could have forced you to cut anywhere in the deck. It was all up to you. You cut to 1, 2, and 3 aces. And the last ace is face up in the center of the deck, just like so. And if you enjoyed that trick, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. Alright guys, so for this trick, you just need to pull out the 4 aces, just like this, and 2 other random cards. It can be anything. And here's going to be the setup. You want to place your 2 random cards in between the aces. So it should be 2 aces, 2 random cards, and then the 2 aces, just like this. And then you want to pick them up, just like this, and then take the top 2 aces and flip them over, and just set it on the top of the pack. And that's just your simple setup. And now the trick is completely self-working. Okay, so with the deck, you're gonna ask the spectator to cut about 1/4 of the packet. It can be literally anywhere, just not the top 5 cards, or else they're gonna cut to this card. But if you just instruct them to cut about 1/4, they're gonna cut way over. So you don't have to worry about that. So, and then you're gonna ask them to flip over this packet and just set it on top, just like that. All right, and then now you're gonna go ahead and go through the pack until you see the first face down card. Now make sure to do this pretty slowly, because if you overdo this, then you're actually gonna reveal the 2 upside down aces. Okay, so you want to just make sure you want to spread until you get about there, and then just go one by one until you see this card and just set it on the side, and then take this packet and just flip it over and place it to the side over here. And this is going to be the first ace, okay? And then with the rest of the pack, you're going to instruct them to cut about 1/3 of the pack and repeat the same exact process. So 1/3, doesn't matter where, flip over, set it on top, and then go through the deck until you find the first face down card, set it aside, flip it over, just like that. And then the last time, you're going to instruct them to cut about 1/2 of the remaining pack. So cut about 1/2, flip it over, set it on top, just like this, okay? And then we're gonna do the same exact thing, spread until you find the first face down card, set it on the side, flip this packet over, set it over here, and then with the remaining packet, drop it on the top, okay? So now, the last ace is actually gonna be right over here, 2 cards down, okay? And so this is why I usually would instruct the spectator to cut the deck one more time to finish the spell. But obviously you can just cut it yourself with misdirection. It doesn't really matter. But as long as you cut the deck, the last ace is going to end up somewhere in the middle of the pack. Okay, and now the trick is just done. You reveal the aces that they cut to, and then the last ace is right here, face up, in the center of the pack. So yeah, that was the trick. It's a super simple trick. Requires no skill, just a little bit of setup. And I'll see you guys in the next one.